Hey, Nick.
Hey.
How much wood would a wood chip chuck if a wood chuck wood?
Are you talking about how much wood would a wood chipper chip if a wood chipper could chip
wood?
Chip
and it
wood.
can, apparently.
This sucks. Hey guys, it's your favorite final girl and boy, Emily and Nick, with your favorite final babysitter, Mike. Say something.
What?
Coming at you with a new episode of Gag Me with a Knife, a weekly podcast where we dissect, disembowel, and shred the best and worst slasher movies. This week, we get November started with 1988's Woodchipper Massacre. As usual, Emily's got an original VHS, so grab your largest power tool. I got your power tool right here. And let's hear,
What's in the back of that box? John, Tom, and Denise are three red-blooded American children with real problems. First of all, they have to make room for Aunt Tess's lifeless ligaments in the family freezer. Otherwise, her fatty ground flesh will gum up the machine and totally destroy a 30,000 piece of machinery.
30,000 piece?
$30,000 piece of machinery. Why did she need to be on one of those wacko diets in the first place? This wouldn't be so bad if their freezer was as big as the one Susie Richards' family just bought. They could fit in 3 whole bodies if they had one like that. Of course, none of this would have ever happened if the old witch hadn't tried to take away little Tommy's official Rambo survival knife.
This is all in the back of the box.
But then again, what can you expect from a demented old bat with an ungrateful, drug-crazed son on her trail? No sooner have these charming children turned Auntie Tess into a human snow cone than her evil son busts out of the joint in search of funds to pay back his monumental debt to the mob. What follows is an insane and hysterical escapade as 3 of America's finest youth experience new heights in technological massacre. 1988. Your thoughts, Nick?
Yeah, it is what it is. If you've seen it, you've seen it. And I don't know. I enjoyed the, I don't know.
Enthusiasm?
Yeah, it's a bunch of people screaming at each other.
It's awesome.
Like, I mean, not dissimilar to this podcast, but it's a bunch of fucking people screaming at each other, man. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, I hated it. It was a chore for me to get through.
I thought it was fun, man. Like when you stumble upon some like old made-for-TV movie on YouTube.
Well,
those,
but some of those are good. I don't know. Like this, it was like there were some part I could. Okay, listen. If they had just like cut,
it wasn't real pro.
If they had just edited in just like the funny, stupid scenes, I would have been okay with it. But 80-something minutes of this was
some good woodpecker footage.
A lot. And it's not really a slasher as to only 2 people die. And I didn't even know like when it happens. It's like an hour into the movie or something. So
and it doesn't show anything. There's some bloody leaves.
Yeah. But why don't you get us started?
All right. It starts out with a text crawl. This year, over 75,000 people were killed by family members in the U.S. 1 in 10 are never solved or written off as unexplained disappearances.
I would love to know if that's facts, but
that bodies are never found and disposed of in most ingenious ways. This is one such story. And then we see a bunch of tools in a garage.
Ironically, it was read by John Larroquette.
I wish.
I am John Larroquette. You want to be my Marky Post?
I would like to be.
I'd rather be your Harry Anderson. And that means being dead.
But he's dead. Yeah, I was about to say he's
Richard
dead.
Mole for life.
But you know he was in
Richard Mole rules.
He was in Night Train to Terror.
We are going to do that.
Roles.
I think I have that as next year.
That's a big. When you take notes on Night Train to Terror,
that's like an anthology movie.
There's like 8 things going on.
Night of the Creeps is going to be next year too. I think. I'm going to count that as a slasher. Anyway, whatever.
So since
moving
this
on.
is a
The Woodchipper Massacre.
slasher, we see this glove hand grabbing a chainsaw.
Chainsaws
it's
aren't
like,
wood
somebody's
chippers.
going to get killed real quick in this one. Well, he just starts cutting a tree.
It's John,
and
right?
It's a Black
John.
and Decker ad.
It's John. We find out it's John. At first,
the
he's just
oldest
the glove
brother.
man.
John is the oldest brother.
Dude,
There's
this movie really
John,
should be called
John,
This Week's Sale down at
Denise.
Home Depot.
Denise, and then Tommy's the youngest. Denise is by
rules.
far the worst actress, and that's saying a lot because low bar.
She sounds like Violet from Willy Wonka.
Worse. She sounds worse. Oh my god.
That's the gum chewing girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like Violet.
She sounds
turned up to 11.
That's not Violet.
That's not her. She's not in anything else.
What's the other girl? Veruca.
Sitting here talking shit about somebody's voice with our golden pipes.
So we see
right?
the titular wood chipper with Connecticut plates and an
it was
older
made in
man.
Connecticut, in Newton, Connecticut, I think.
Oh.
So there's a tie-in.
Beautiful.
Not a great one, but
It's probably the director's house.
is that what? Is that Newton?
Because the
not
director
Newton.
is John, the
I
oldest
have no
brother.
Where did that shit happen?
Where, the
The
Woodchipper
fucking
Massacre?
No, the actual
Oh.
massacre.
Yeah, this is the same
Wait, there
source
was an
material
actual-
as Fargo.
No, it is the same source of material as Fargo, but it happened in Newton.
Newton.
Yeah, which is where that school shooting happened.
I didn't hear any Russians in this movie.
Yeah. The one that they said Obama lied about
Are you
to
talking
like
about
get gun
Sandy
control.
Hook?
Hey,
Sandy
back-
Hook was
back
there.
on track.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not getting into
Well, it's
crisis
okay.
actors.
It did
Alright.
happen. Anyway, go
Come
on.
on now, Alex Jones.
Can you? Is he still on
No,
the air?
I no, he's not, and I don't agree with him. But I think he had charges brought. But anyway,
Okay. Yeah, this is not about Sandy Hook. It's about this wood chipper we see. And this older man surprises the glove guy. I later found out to be his oldest son, John, like we said.
it's the dad.
And the dad's talking about how they need all the work done over the weekend because he's going on a business trip.
Yeah, and
He
he's
expects
rented the
John
wood chipper
to
for
really
the
work on the
weekend, yeah.
yard. Wood chipper has to be back Monday morning. And then there's credits. Then it's Friday at 3:17 p.m. We see a school bus.
In the credits, it
We
says
see Denise
based on
and
an
Tommy.
idea.
They're walking home, and they're talking
No, but
about.
it is based on idea. Like in the credits, you be like idea by this. I'm like, what did he say? Just like do a movie about a wood chipper.
Yeah, somebody's
Like,
like,
someone said that to
someone
said that to John
somebody was like
McBride,
getting high
and they were
was
like,
hey-
okay.
somebody was like getting high and was like, hey man, you still got that camera? I just
you
got
still
an
got that
idea.
wood chipper.
You should do a
man.
movie about a wood chipper, so he had to put his name on
Yeah,
it.
you still got that wood chipper for the weekend?
It was a Christmas present. One of the friends was gonna return to get the money, and he's like, "Hey, before you take that back, could I
You should
make a movie with your
Yeah,
wood
yeah.
chipper?"
You still
I'll
got that
put your
camera?
name on it.
Hey, you still owe me $30, so you kind of owe it to me anyway.
So Tommy and Denise are walking home from the school bus, talking about how much they don't like Aunt Tess, and Tommy's really excited to check the mail.
For his
But
Rambo
oh
knife.
no, the Rambo knife's not come
Denise
yet.
is talking also about how she thinks this boy is cute. Now, Denise is older than Tommy.
Yeah.
This is going to come into play later. But the way she talks to Tommy about it is that the boy that she has a crush on
Yeah.
is in Tommy's grade, and he looks to
Oh,
be
really?
about... Yes.
Ooh,
And she's
That's what they
she,
said. I
didn't catch
she's,
that.
she's
That's what she
seemingly
says.
like 13 or 14. He's seemingly like 10.
Yeah.
So it's
And
weird.
John's like 18.
Yeah, and 17 probably. I feel like he's still living at home.
He's
so.
also director.
I
so
mean,
he's
hey
playing
man, who
younger.
doesn't like a younger person? Moving on.
Yeah. So the Rambo knife
Get
did
you
not
killed
come.
in prison.
It will come later. But we see
It's only one way to find out.
a house reflected in a
guess we'll
pond,
find out.
and the family meeting's happening before Dad leaves, and that's when he says, "Hey, Aunt Tess is coming," and they talk about the scary cousin Kim who's in prison.
That's
There's
Aunt Tessa's
lots of
son.
driving in this movie. This is the first driving.
Oh my god.
The dad leaves, and I liked his car.
Oh,
I made-
it's a
I made it up.
CRX. This is but
That's like, oh,
but
yeah,
it
it
but it
is.
shows
Oh,
him
CRX.
it shows him
Shit's
legit
badass.
just pulling out of the driveway.
The music for
The
this movie is
whole-
out of control.
I mean, he pulls completely out of the driveway, turns around, drives away. It's like a 2-minute scene.
This could have been a 45-minute movie.
Yeah, but it's 80.
I think it kind of was. It just went on to him.
You know,
Yeah, kind of like Hell
we've got to
Night.
look at. Oh, there's a
I don't know.
cardinal.
I mean, it's very-
It's like, let's linger on this cardinal for 15 seconds. So
These people do not live in the suburbs. They are rural, but they are still city folk. They
Dude.
commute.
Yeah, the bus still comes around, but
There's
they
a
have to
train.
walk. They have to take
Yeah.
a little walk to get to
yeah.
the bus to school. You know.
They got a little northern exposure.
So Tommy's doing his homework. Denise is doing her toenails, and there's
As you will.
what the fuck's a BB piano?
A baby piano?
Dude, this is the worst fucking piano playing ever, dude.
Oh,
This guy needs to be
wrote that it was
fucking
impressive.
slapped for this shit.
Yeah.
He said impressive.
What fucking saloon did he
Big
not
brother.
get a job
BB
at?
means big brother.
Like,
Oh, Big Brother's piano, yeah.
I thought it was, dude, he
John's
was playing well.
John's playing the piano.
dude, this
It's
is
like-
the old
he
gag
does
in
play
the
well.
song. No, this is...
It looked like, though, like a piano that plays by itself at Westtown Mall.
It's like a Roger
Yeah,
Rabbit
that's what I'm saying.
song.
This is the old
Yeah.
gag in the saloon in the old movies where the dude's playing, everybody's like hooting and hollering, and then somebody like pushes him off and it still
But it's
plays.
just playing by
Yeah.
itself,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, dude, and who wants to play it? Where is he going to apply that in this day and age?
I don't know. My mom can play. So
did you guys notice-
Out.
I'm not talking about your mom, Emily.
Did you guys
You
notice?
did last night.
Oh,
Well,
man.
that was between me and her.
Got a
I
note.
can't believe she told you
I
about
just
that.
made my own.
God, I have some more words for her.
So,
I
did
thought
you
that was
guys notice
confidential.
how
Becky.
shitty of a parking job the dad does at this train station? He just like
Yeah, in
Oh,
the
yeah.
middle of the parking
Oh,
lot.
because he's going to pick up Tess.
he's going to pick
Right.
up Tess.
His sister, I
And-
guess. Is his...
Is it his sister or the mom's sister?
Well,
They
mom's
never
not. Mom's
she's
dead, I guess.
She's dead, but she can still have a sister named Tess.
I mean, I feel like it's his sister. I don't know why. Who cares? It
I
doesn't
think
really
this
matter.
point doesn't matter because this
She
lady
looks
is in
old
in
as
fucking
fuck, but
insufferable.
only because she's wearing a gray wig. That's clearly a gray wig, and
It looks just like the
and her
the
makeup's
Norman
done to
Bates.
look old, but not in
Yeah.
like a Max von Sydow way and like The Exorcist, but
No,
like
it's
in a
not that
really
good.
horrible way.
So Tess is there, and the dad leaves, and you can tell from the drop. Aunt Tess is a real piece of work.
She's a
not very
fucking
nice.
bitch.
She's just playing it to be really annoying.
You said what's her face and Death Screens was a cunt. This is a cunt.
She's see you next Tuesday.
Aunt Tess is a fucking cunt.
Okay, so like I noticed there's a wedding ring on this lady in this movie's
I
finger.
didn't know that till the end.
Well,
And I
yeah.
was like, who the fuck married this lady?
Well, someone
hasn't
fucked
got
her
her.
to have a kid.
She's got Kim.
Yeah.
I think Kim's the best part of this movie.
Also, naming your. Okay, whatever.
hey, Kim's a.
I mean, it
at least it
is.
used to be
I guess.
ambidextrous.
I'm only talking about her attitude.
Ambidextrous. Yeah, they can use both of their hands
This
to
lady
write.
is terrible.
Hey.
All Kims are notoriously ambidextrous.
So it's 7:25 p.m. and they have a weird ass casserole that looks like soggy bread and marinara sauce.
Yeah, it
With a
really
fucking
looks like
poached
It was
egg
the
in the middle.
ugliest looking
she
meal.
like just grabbed some shit, like an old shit from
And she
the
says
fridge
this
and just put it
crazy
in
fucking
there.
prayer. Like
Yeah.
it keeps going on. They think it's time to dig in. No, well, just keep going on.
I don't know why they wanted the prayer to end because they were gonna have to eat.
Yeah,
It looks awful.
it looks really bad. So they're doing dishes, and I think Tommy's really funny.
He's okay.
They ask about
Comparatively, I-
Kim.
He's no Tommy
And-
Boyle.
Oh yeah, but Aunt Tess is like really. She is very braggy about Kim, even though he's in fucking. Well, I think he's just getting out of prison.
She totally cockblocks John because he's about to go on a date, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Not as long as I'm here."
So this is what I want to know. So a 26-year-old got grounded.
Well, he's
by
not.
his-
He's supposed to be like 17. I think.
That's bullshit.
but
There's
by
no
his
way.
aunt, I mean, the whole reason the dad was doing this was so that he could have more time to do his thing.
Dude, I would have just been like,
No, he told. Yeah, he told the kids that.
the dad's like,
dad
"This is
told the kids you can do
Aunt
whatever you
Tessa's
want,
coming."
basically.
Yeah. So John
as long
can
as
go
you get the
party.
yard work,
Shit,
as long
yeah.
as you get the yard work done and use the wood chipper because it's got to be back by Monday.
yeah. I'd have been like, fuck you, Tess. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna go fuck Stacy.
Well,
And her name was probably Stacy.
You know it was.
Yeah.
we see a full moon, and then we hear some crazy noises because they're watching a sci-fi movie together. But Aunt Tess comes in,
She's
saying
like, "What are
that-
you watching this devil stuff?"
Yeah, devil stuff.
And again, Dad lets us watch this shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
And
like,
she's
fuck
making them all
off.
go to bed at 9 p.m.,
A 26-year-old.
which to me sounds like a pretty good night. I'm normally happy when I do that.
Yeah. I'd like to be in
So-
bed right now. It's 9:15.
Don't tell
Yeah.
them the
Somehow
time
they still
zone.
like slept.
Don't give him too
Stop
much information.
giving off locations, guys. God damn, I'm getting scared here.
But
I don't
the-
think 9:15 is for recording.
They'll
oh
figure
god,
it
it's
They
E-
were already
it's
figuring out for
Eastern.
him.
out. You got, God damn it.
Eastern
Okay, we could be in
Standard Time.
Boston.
This podcast has been
Boston is Eastern time too.
this
So is
podcast-
New York.
Guys,
We're,
I've-
We're in
I've already
Atlanta.
said the name of our
I've
town
been
a couple
saying it. We
times.
are in it. We're
It's
based out of
Knoxville, Tennessee.
We're based out of Atlanta, and this podcast has been compromised.
Good thing I don't know your address.
Yeah, thank God, because you're the one that fucking gave away your fucking phone number.
Anyways.
And said the historical house is across the street from your house.
Anyway, stay gagged on.
Let's go drive into some buildings.
Stay gagged on this area code.
Y'all are making me lose my place. It's Saturday. They still somehow, I think, sleep till Saturday at 11:32 a.m.
Well, they needed to sleep. Maybe Tess was right.
So I think Tommy goes to the mailbox before.
He checks the mailbox again.
And it's before the mails come.
But he goes to them. He has about 3 scenes or 4 scenes where he walks to the mailbox, and they're all really long, of him just walking.
Then
because it's like at the fucking other end of the earth.
They're doing some cleaning. Aunt Tess and Denise are, and
yeah, they're cleaning, like, aren't they like polishing silver
does look
or some
like
shit?
kinda
I don't
dusty.
know. I mean, whatever. She's like, I can't believe how you all live.
And she makes, I guess after they're done cleaning, Aunt Tess makes Denise butcher some poultry, which will come in handy later.
Yeah, it will come in handy later, but she is very grossed out by it. Denise is.
And Tony's rocking out to some loud.
Oh, he is having a fucking fun time.
Did you notice there's no drums on this tape that he's listening to?
Yeah, it's just a guitar.
Yeah, like that's all it is.
But she's it gets devil music, and she's like, "Clean your room." But he sees the mailman come. He finally gets his fucking knife.
His Rambo knife.
Official Rambo knife.
It's official. You got it in a cereal box or Cracker Jacks or something.
No, it's a mail order, you know. It's probably at the back of a Outdoorsman
I think it was like the back of an
magazine.
Apple Jacks box.
Do they sell knives on Apple Jacks?
Probably in the 80s.
Yeah, you could send off on one, man. You get fucking 50
yeah, they probably
purchase.
send you a damn gun in the 80s.
So he's showing off his knife.
A BB gun for sure, a pellet gun.
Yeah.
Daisy.
And Aunt Tess is like, we can't have that caliber of weapon in this house. And she tries to take the knife from Tommy and accidentally impales herself on it.
That's what you get.
See you,
Dude,
Tess.
this is the best part of the movie, and that's why Tommy's the hero.
Tommy is
a hero.
But
it finally
although
shut
I
her
found
up.
John to be kind of attractive.
Oh.
He's
John's
only
like, cool
26.
And he's like, this is a real bummer.
Yeah, he's like
And
actually
Denise
like
says,
30 or something.
Denise says, I'll be kicked out of the Girl Scouts. And then the phone rings. Everybody's like, oh.
That bitch is still in the Girl Scouts. What a fucking
John
loser.
says,
She's like,
wow.
13.
These kids deal with like death in a weird way. Now, mind you, Tess was a piece of shit to them.
It has no effect on them.
No, totally,
they're just like, wow, like
totally.
she's dead. Like, should we
like,
call
Dad.
the cops? Like, I don't think so.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, like, well, I don't know, like maybe, like
I can kind of get the younger two. I mean, especially if you're not.
But it was a total
big fan.
accident.
Their mom's already dead. They've already been introduced to
did they
death.
kill her?
Yeah. It's possible.
That's Woodchipper Massacre 2, the prequel, where they kill their mom.
But Nick, what were
with
you
a what's another like?
Wait, what?
What's another like big thing like a
weed whacker?
Yeah, no.
Weed whacker massacre.
That's
They
not
use it in
big.
wrestling.
Are you talking about like?
Well, like in Intruder, they kill someone like you go through a meat grinder or something. They kill their mom with like a meat grinder.
It's a big meat.
Like I don't know for like the slaughter of cows.
Oh, well, the phone rings and they're all like, ah, but it's just their dad, and then they get off the phone with the dad, and there's another phone call, and they're like, ah.
Oh, this one's
Mark.
great.
It's Mark.
It's the girl. It's the guy that Denise has a crush on. That's apparently Tommy's age. But
And then she immediately forgets about that. There's a dead body in front of her.
And
A relative.
Yeah,
She's like,
she
hey,
goes,
John, can I get a ride to the movies?
No, she's like, oh my god, I'm not dead. Can I go? And I was like, this bitch couldn't act out of a fucking.
How many guys do you think are knocking on the door of
Denise
right
now
to get a date?
If she's
with
dead?
None.
No, I'm just saying.
One called
She
and
wants
was
a boyfriend.
clearly okay with her not fucking going.
Well, she's also probably like 6 years older than him.
She obviously doesn't have a boyfriend, so she's excited that her crush
she's wet.
is calling.
Yeah.
It immediately
That's
dried
flattering.
up because the gravity is
He's
pushed
like,
upon her.
"We
It's like,
can't."
no, you're busy.
You're busy, this dead person here.
So they drag her onto a tarp, and there's a weird close-up on a dead fly. But then
It's probably a symbolic.
John falls down the stairs while dropping her down the stairs.
Basically Animal Farm.
And the kids are scheming on the front porch, like, what are we going to do? And this is when Denise comes up with the wood chipper idea.
Yeah, she's supposed to be... she's a fucking idiot. So I don't know how she's the one that came up with this idea, but okay.
But they're like, oh, it's too small. And then they're like, well, we'll chop her up.
She remember... Yeah, because she has the idea because she remembers, like, doing the chicken.
Yeah, the chicken. And so each of the kids grabs a different kind of saw, and they take her to the wood chipper in a wheelbarrow. But then John realizes, like, oh, she's too soft.
So
it's gonna
they just cut her up, and it's still daytime, and they don't give a fuck.
Well, they're out in like butt.
They did a real good job. They weren't all bloody and stuff.
They were very clean about it. Like they'd done it before.
This is a rental. And this shit is gonna gum up the machine.
That's what John's worried about.
Like, this is not gonna work out well for them.
He is far more concerned about this wood chipper and the fact that it's a rental than...
Dad's gonna be really mad if this wood chipper screwed up.
I mean, I would say Dad is probably gonna be madder about the wood chipper than testing.
Or not whenever they return it and the guys at the shop are like, "Hey, Jim, man, this thing's got guts all in it.
It's gummed up with guts.
In the guts.
Yeah, it's all gummed up with Granny.
In the guts.
Yeah, Tess is up in
I doubt those guys are gonna give a fuck.
So they decide they're gonna...
They've seen that before. They're like, yeah, god damn it, we got this
another murder.
Damn Johnson family again. Like,
they decide, hey, we got a freezer first.
It's just smart. Who decides that?
Well, it was the little one. What's his name? Tommy. Yeah, the brains of the group.
Yeah.
But apparently
he obviously knows how to get rid of a body real quick.
Clearly, all of a sudden, all of them have brains in certain areas. And I'm like, all y'all are dumb as hell. Like, I don't know where this came from, but okay.
I've got a note here that says Burger Palace Massacre, which sounds like a cool movie to me. But so they're putting her in the freezer, wrapped up in
What are you talking about?
Burger Palace Massacre. It had to be in the movie.
Patreons, if you want to see this movie, you know what to do.
I don't think it's a movie. I think it's like in the news. There's like in the newspaper they're wrapping her up.
She says something about Burger Palace.
Burger Palace Massacre.
Oh, it was probably soon after that McDonald's massacre in '84.
Oh, okay.
That shooting, mass shooting. It was the first. It was like the biggest one till something else.
Hot damn.
Hot diggity
82.
shit.
I don't know. You can find the police stuff on YouTube.
Or you could just like wait till next Tuesday.
So
and one will probably happen.
So ouch. So they're putting her in the massacre or the massacre. They're putting her in the wood chipper.
Well, we're in a massacre right now.
Woof, a brain. What are those things? A brain cell massacre.
What's that thing called? A brain cell. You know, the thing that you don't have anymore.
I wasn't even trying to do it.
He did whippets all night.
Dude. So
God,
then,
I wish.
Yeah.
to the porno store.
How was that Primus show, dog?
You got a gas can?
That was that Prodigy show.
This one's for Isaiah.
I got a couple.
Name dropping. God damn, dude.
Love you, Daddy.
Yeah, no one gonna hear that.
So, what the fuck is happening? Okay, they put her in the fucking wood chipper, and it looks like wood. How much wood would you chuck?
Get on with it, man.
So, I think
back to that.
What are you talking about? It looks like wood. It doesn't look like wood. It looks like body parts that have been frozen.
No, man, it blows out wood. And there's
It does. It blows out wood.
I swear it looks like wood.
Yeah.
I know it's the ant test.
Shavings.
But there's pigeons and birds and shit. I guess that means it's morning. But then there's text at 8:09 a.m. And Tommy.
Well, that's the reason it's not. I like how you said, I think it's because of the birds, but then it says 8:09 a.m.
Yeah, it does both.
There you go. There, you know.
Got to pad that time.
Is this where we start to see this shady car hanging around town?
I was about to say, is this where this
first
show
Tommy's
starts
telling Denise about
nothing?
the dreams over breakfast, and they make up Boys from Brazil, like a Hitler clone reference. And they talk about how the dad's going to be home at 5. But John has to go get gas.
So all these,
but he still has all this yard work.
Shit.
He's more concerned because he's like, shit, I haven't done this yard work.
Dad's gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
And then we see some driving by Crazy Kim,
Cousin Kim,
Aunt Tess's
I
troublesome
guess he owes
son.
money to the mob.
John leaves, and then Dad calls and talks to Tommy.
How do you owe money to the mob if you've been in prison for like years?
It's a very weird subplot for this movie.
I think he's been in and out.
No. Okay, well.
It's like a gambling debt, right?
It is a gambling debt, yeah.
You can gamble in prison and then like lose and then get out.
Well, I guess he could have had the gambling debt before he went too. There's like weasel our money. This is Goodfellas.
So John leaves.
The same movie.
Well, if I was in a gambling debt with a bunch of sharks, I would definitely go to a family member's house.
Yeah. So
they'd never look.
God damn it!
Never look in the fucking yellow pages.
So we find out that Dad's going to be home at 2 instead of 5.
He's getting home early.
He's like, nothing can go wrong between now and then. Kim's driving some more. He sees the mailboxes, which seem far away from the house, so I don't know. Like,
the mailboxes are literally like a mile away from the house.
When he pulls up, Tommy and Denise are throwing a frisbee, and
see, they're still cool with death.
But when he gets out, he tries to cop a feel. He's like, "You've grown up in all the right places."
Oh yeah,
and
Kim starts like touching Denise.
On Denise.
Yeah, and she's clearly underage. Now John, the actor, is definitely like probably in his late 20s.
Yeah,
but Denise is definitely not 18.
I think this is her only movie.
And Kim is like 40.
Can you imagine some Hollywood exec like watching Woodchipper Massacre and be like, "We got to get that girl in here."
Yeah.
No, I mean,
she got a future. She does a couple of these films. She can move on to the real movies.
Helen Keller could have done better cue card ratings than her.
Helen Keller,
she's
Part
blind.
2, The Hearing.
I know, that's the point.
Tell her what's up. Oh, she can't hear you. So they're trying to sell. I don't think it's been mentioned. The plan is to tell Dad the aunt Tess got a phone call and had to leave, and they try to pull this on her son Kim. And he's like, "That's not."
Well, he sees her. He sees her ring. He sees her ring on the sink because she had taken it off when they were cleaning the chicken.
So my mom
and he sees
he gets in the house by saying he wants to use the phone.
Yeah, but he sees the ring, so he knows Tess hasn't.
While he's on the phone
knows that's how you get into anyone's house. Let me use the phone.
When he's on the phone with his loan shark, he sees Aunt Tess's ring.
Have you ever watched Unsolved Mysteries?
Yeah, man.
And he's like, she would never leave without this. She's stingy as shit.
No, that's facts. He's on point with that.
He knows his
she
mama.
only takes it off when she's cooking.
When she's pulling the guts out of a chicken.
Where's the chicken?
And where's the chicken at?
Yeah.
Where's that chicken at?
I don't think I saw
chicken in that casserole.
No, because they made the chicken after the casserole.
Yeah,
and so
Denise
who knows?
got all yucked out by the chicken.
I would love to know where that chicken at.
Yeah, where's the chicken?
I want that fried skin.
Then after he finds the ring, he's like, okay, this is a good start. But he tries to shake them down. He's like, everybody's got money in their house. Where's the fucking money? And John gets home.
Why would they know?
And as soon as John's like coming inside, Kim knocks him out with a stick and starts rolling him. He's like, only $20.
Where did John go?
John went to go get gas for the lawnmower.
But he also went on that fucking date that Tess denied him of. That's why he killed her. Or helped dispose of her.
But they do the... They haven't done the yard work yet.
No.
And of course they've not done the yard work. They've been fucking disposing of Tess.
Well, they do it.
Do.
They do it.
So John gets knocked out. And they're like, he's like, this is only $20 on John, cheap bitch. And they try to talk him into stealing the wood chipper. They're like, this is a $30,000 machine.
27-year-old.
So he's going out to take a look with Tommy and Denise.
27 at the bar.
At the wood chipper. So he's looking in, and Denise is trying to get him to be like, oh, take a look at all the machine bits down here. John wakes up.
I bet you will.
John wakes up, and when he sticks his head down there, John comes up from behind and grabs him by the knees and just tosses him into the wood chipper.
No, they don't care at this point that you know, all this preparation they did for Tess.
It still works.
At this point, they're like, fuck that. We don't care if we gum it up, I guess. We're just going to throw his whole fucking body in here. And it worked exactly the same.
It's still got to go back Monday.
Still got to go back. I mean, they're going to have to ungum that shit, I guess.
So they dump him in, and John's like, wow, what a geek. And Denise is like, totally.
Totally, such a geek.
Because they're fucking natural-born psychopaths.
Yeah. It's like, God, I can't believe it's killed this geek.
I think Michael Myers has remorse in these children.
Yeah.
I like it. No,
let's do a baby next.
There was a past episode where he said Nick said something like, Michael Myers does have a backstory. He was a kid.
He was a kid.
It's true.
That's really his only only backstory.
It's true.
I mean, yeah.
But I guess it's so.
It doesn't matter if you watch the Rob Zombie version or the fucking.
No, he was a kid before. I mean, he does have a motive in the Rob
kid.
Yes, the same with these kids. I mean, born psychopaths, I guess.
So they realize they've got to get rid of this car. And they don't have the keys. They get the keys.
Oh, yeah, Kim's car.
And John's like, dude, I can't go move this car and do all the housework. So the younger two are like,
still concerned about the house.
The yard work.
The lawn. I mean, that's what Dad was concerned about.
How okay, so if they're this disconnected,
no, their dad is like basically like do whatever the fuck he wants.
But think about it this way. Think about it this way, because he's always so happy-go-lucky. The dad is. If they're so disconnected with murder, and they will wood chip people to death just to get the lawn done. And they're worried about what is the dad gonna do? Like,
I guess he's putting a lot of pressure on him. You know?
Well, yeah.
I mean, but he seemingly lets them do whatever the fuck else they want to do.
If I was the dad, and I told you the lawn work has to be done by 5, like even if I'm coming home at 2, the lawn work still doesn't have to be done till 5, you know?
Well,
they're like acting like they have to be done by 2.
Well, this is the motive, so.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, John's gonna move the car, and they're gonna do the work, and dude, they have the weirdest looking lawnmower I've ever seen in my life, and they do this like Mother's Day style.
It's like it's like a very montage. It's a montage of lawn work. And
they're like running.
Don't even compare that to Mother's Day.
And I did write down like never run while you're mowing the lawn. It's not worth it. I had an uncle lose a toe with a lawnmower accident.
Well,
Lawnmower Massacre.
Well,
he was sprint mowing. Like, is this a competition? Like, is this like an actual thing you can get to do a league for?
I mean,
speed mowing.
Do you think would you be good at it?
No, I'm just asking.
I've never mowed a lawn in my life, so.
Oh well, shit.
So,
kiss the ring.
And I won't ever.
There's a cute part where Tommy's trying to turn on the
wave
lawnmower.
That wand.
You're pulling the cord on the lawnmower, and he can't get it to work. And Denise comes over, first yank. That lawnmower starts going.
Yeah, girl gets it first yank.
She be yanking.
Yeah,
John be yanking.
John like finds this sculpture.
That's one yank. That's what she be yanking.
John finds this sculpture and ditches the car, and then hitchhikes back home. And we do at this point we do
hitchhikers H. Jenkins.
We do see Dad driving, getting in his car and driving
for a long time. We see his whole journey. Like I think
it's a badass CRX.
We follow his whole 10-minute journey home, and then watch his car pull from the road into the driveway.
So John gets back.
Then he backs out again and then does the whole thing and the whole drive. And we follow him back to work and he comes right back. And it's a wonderful fucking scene. It's like the beginning of MASH for 20 minutes.
All the kids.
He was in a lot of
all the kids are doing.
Oh, no shit.
He was a driver.
All the yard work.
He was a driver.
Oh, yeah. So maybe.
Oh my God.
I'm not doing it unless you do the MASH thing.
While they're still, before Dad gets home. And while they're doing the yard work, this dog comes over to the wood chipper pile and starts licking around. John chases him off, and they finish just in time.
Get out of here, it's mine.
They're like packing all these leaves into these garbage bags and blah, 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 putting it over there. And they get done just in time. And the dad's like, oh, Tommy, it's so nice that you helped. I think you're ready for that 10-speed bike.
Oh, yeah, because at the beginning he said he wanted the bike, and his dad said he couldn't have it.
And it seems like everything's okay, but then we see a ring in the yard. It's Aunt Tessa's ring, and there's some bloody leaves, and then some kind of Beetlejuice music starts playing.
Yeah, it's like
that's the end of the movie.
Well, it'll be the outro of this episode. So, we have 2 deaths, and I don't have the times on them. But it's Aunt Tess and Cousin Kim, and it doesn't happen till
Kim was the best actor in the movie.
Yeah, Kim was pretty good. I don't think she dies until 30, 40 minutes.
I think the director was like, "Who's the biggest asshole I know?"
Yeah,
I want to put him into my movie.
So John McBride, the oldest brother, is the writer, director, editor, and composer. He also did Cannibal Campout, Feeders, Blades, and he was in The Running Man. But I think
he had a bit part in
The Running Man. Yeah. The Woodchipper was only rented for 1 weekend. As the movie.
Was there like a local fest?
Although it took 2 months to completely shoot the movie, but whatever. Okay, so
we're talking about it.
It took a whole day to film each person being wood chipped.
I mean,
I guess.
do you think that was just his house? And they like just rented a Woodchipper.
Well,
That's the budget.
I don't know how much this film.
It cost $400.
It cost $400, and that didn't include the video
Or
camera.
maybe they were actually like somebody needed some wood chipped at their place, and they were like, "We'll do it, but can we film a movie while we do it?"
The budget was $400, not including the cost of the camera. So someone, I guess, already owned that. So, okay, we talked about this earlier, but
he'd already made Cannibal Camp. I think this was his.
No, Cannibal Camp.
Sophomore.
Are you sure?
I think it's close. They came out the same year, I think.
Oh, well. The film's plot was based on the 1986 Newton, Connecticut murder of, I don't know how you say her name. It's Helle. Helle Crafts by her husband, Richard Crafts. She was beaten to death, placed in a freezer, and then her body chopped up in a wood chipper. This crime also inspired the Coen brothers to create Fargo, which was also filmed. So
the other end of the pole.
Tom Casiello, who played all of the characters' names are the same except for Aunt Tess. She was played by someone named Patricia, but
that was John's mom.
But little Tommy, he worked on
he won an
Young and the
Emmy.
Restless, One Life to Live, and
Daytime
As the World
Emmy.
Turns. He's the production coordinator on Another World. The VHS was not released until 1990.
Oh, shit.
Fucking tragedy. The dad, Perrin Page, he was in 5 episodes
So
of
this
MASH
was not
as a
shot
driver.
on video?
It is shot on video,
Okay,
but it
yeah.
just didn't come out. The producers and editors did a lot of sports documentaries, like baseball and basketball documentaries. That's it.
That's it. Let's rate this turkey.
What do you give it, Nick?
Half a star.
Yeah. I'm going to give it 0.25.
Dang. I'm going to go strong. The movie we've watched that I didn't like, I gave the same score. But I'm going to give it a strong 1.5 because it sucked. It did.
Yeah.
But
But
you
while
like
I was
schlock.
watching it, I was enthralled.
I like schlock too, but this was like unwatchable. It was so fucking boring.
I don't think I'm ever going to watch Woodchipper Massacre again.
No.
But based on Woodchipper Massacre, I do want to see Cannibal Camp Out.
Yeah.
Is it Camp Out or Cookout?
Camp Out, I think.
Camp Out, yeah.
Maybe cook out. But I don't know.
So any
if he did
Patreons
big
out there-
feeders, you could see feeders 1 and 2.
Feeders 1 and 2. That seems more like sci-fi. He's probably mastering his craft, at this
He's
point.
probably
So
at this point
Feeders
he's probably
2.
mastered his craft. Hey, John McBride, if you'd like to,
Dude, we'd love to
Hit us
interview you.
up.
I'll do it so I can actually care what you're saying.
I would care.
You would care?
Yeah, I told you I thought he
John
was
McBride,
hot.
hit us up.
Yeah.
Become a Patreon. We'll do one of your other movies.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, we'll, promise.
Just kidding, man. No disrespect. I thought this was
We're just 3 hardworking Americans that do
But there have
anything.
been big studio
anything
movies
for,
that I was less entertained by
$5.
than these kids.
Yeah. So, stay gagged on Woodchipper.
Stay gagged on Mystery Casserole.
Stay gagged on my podcast that's coming at you pretty soon called Solved Mysteries of Katie Mosley. You choose the mystery. I tell you the truth you want to hear.
Katie, we forgot you at Halloween. But
well, no, we didn't.
oh,
We might have.
never mind.
I don't know.
No, I
Katie,
think Nick sold the
Hey,
best spiel.
anyway,
Get over it.
Patreons, if you want that
Stay gagged
podcast,
on-
you know what to do.
So, stay
Big
gagged
rings.
on Aunt Tessa's ring.
Yeah.
Stay gagged on leaves.
Stay gagged on the dog eating wood chips.
Stay gagged on like cars driving for a long time.
Stay gagged on WoW, and a shout out to Joey Lawrence for whoa.
Whoa.
Stay gagged on Blossom.
No, don't.
Stay gagged on
she
Blossom's
will
hats?
fucking she'll fucking try to breastfeed you till you're 12.
try
Wait,
to-
what?
The girl that played Blossom, she like
Yeah, she-
breastfed her kids till they're like
Mayim Bellick
old enough to
or
be
something?
like, hey,
Oh,
yo, I'm gonna go out and
wait.
play some b-ball and I'll be back to
she
suck
was
your tits.
She
Mom.
was self-milking.
It's like, Mom, let me get a hit of that before I go play.
I gotta go to
nurse.
school. Let me get
I
a
got
hit.
a nurse before I go to the drive-in with my
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Dude, no, I heard about
I wonder if they dried it out and smoked it.
an ex-girlfriend told me about like going to her friend's house when they were like 6 or 7, and like she walked in on the mom breastfeeding her friend, and this girl was six or 7.
You know how I know this isn't true, Mike?
No offense,
because you don't have
if
an
any of you listeners
ex-girlfriend.
still breastfeed. I mean, that's different.
No, he does because of the shit dick.
Oh man,
Yeah. that doesn't have to be a girlfriend.
That's true. That's true. But he didn't say it was his girlfriend. But and last time he said something, he said partner.
Okay.
So we don't know if you've had a girlfriend.
a couple, not as many as I'd like.
Anyway, I mean, he's giving out his phone number, so
I am
someone
single,
please
so if anybody wants to figure out what episode I gave out my phone number
or his place of birth, the
Ladies.
place he lives, because he gave a lot of clues there.
Leave,
Hey, man, I'm
leave
an
the
open
other
book.
ones, the other hosts of this show, the fuck alone.
I'm an
we
open
never
book.
gave that shit out.
Hey, Emily, what's your phone number?
1-800.
Pick
fuck
up
off.
the phone.
Hey, that's the
Yeah.
right number of letters. I'm impressed.
What?
You know, like it has to be when you say 1-800 something, it has to be
Fuck
7
off. Yeah.
or like shit 333. You know, it's 7.
Shit 666.
Have you called these
The
numbers before?
one, the area code.
I'm sure he has.
Have you just like
what area code
cold
is
called these numbers? Like
800? What area code is that?
It's America.
the one
Is that like the
links you
.com?
into another circuit
It's
board.
a toll number.
.com
it's
is
like a
like
collect.
.company, right?
Isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. You
Or-
pay, well, certain ones 1-900 numbers.
1-900 is not free. 1-800 is
Yeah, yeah.
free.
But they're like area codes. They're not areas. though.
Nobody does this anymore.
You, well,
Codes.
spam numbers, dude.
Wait,
Or
you
like
have now
a
you
credit.
have to put the
Well,
area
nobody
code
does
in.
it for sex.
I
Like
don't
phone
know.
sex.
I really might.
Is that still a thing?
1-900 numbers.
When I was a
don't
kid, never mind. I'm not gonna get into this.
No, go.
Go ahead.
Mike.
No,
no.
Please indulge us.
Please.
I am TM Mikey, but I know
When you called a 1-900 number.
limitations.
1-900.
I say
1-900. Mikey is that's 8. 1-800 is Mikey.
No, what did you do with the 1-900 number?
All right. You guys have a good night. Stay gagged on
Stay
that.
gagged on all of our social media. Instagram, TikTok. We'll get him to tell the story sometime. Gag Me with a Knife podcast. Twitter,
What if my
Gag
mom
Knife
listens?
Pod.
I'm not trying to, man.
You've already fucked that up. So you can become a
Mom, don't listen to
Patreon
this show. It's a
at
bad show.
I'll text her and
www.patreon.
tell
There's
her not to
bad
listen to
people
it.
on this bad show. Mama, you should listen.
Well, it's your fucking
I'm
fault.
getting ready to go to my
I'm seeing her
mom's
tomorrow
house.
for lunch, so
Yeah,
don't worry
Nick will
about
tell
it.
her
I thought you were
tomorrow.
fucking Emily's mom, not my
That
mom.
was last
Hey
night.
man, dude, don't blow my fucking spot.
dang.
So yeah, you can become a Patreon. I'm sure you want to now. We give member shout outs, fan request episodes, early access to episodes, bonus exclusive episodes that you can't find on the regular podcast. And when we get to 10 members, we'll be giving out a slasher
Just a
swag
couple more. We just
prize.
need a couple more members.
Yeah. And I'm not included in that number anymore. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
we're moving on
So
up.
hit us up. It's www.patreon.com/gagmewithaknifepodcast. Also, you can buy our merch at gagmewithaknifepodcast.com. It's on Redbubble. So, yeah, it's November, so it's fun times.
Again, solved mysteries of Katie Mosley.
I hate the summer.
You pick the story. I tell you the truth you want to hear.
It's almost.
That's a 900 number thing.
I want some
or
turkey.
should-
1-900 Katie Mosley. See you guys.